putting it down for that. Time I was dining out, had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be, playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breed on with the game now. They're hearing with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill. This the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just to heal.
We're about 15 miles or so west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in the Arizona suburb of Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
It was defended by Patrick Peterson.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. 20. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense. And the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7. Dolphins 9.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Hard throw, incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season. Utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a...
Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Parker the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 3 on the play.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That'll be complete to Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Complete.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Looking to pass. Tua. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Second down at 5. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
Tua now, third and goal. Now they're staring at a fourth down as Arizona's defense does its job.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Dolphins.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On first down, Drake pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Kenyon Drake.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Murray to give. This is Drake. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray. Incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Murray to air it out again. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Dolphins 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, here's Tua. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Tua. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
First down, Dolphins.
Tua now on first down. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Gets it off to Freeman. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, it's complete to Hopkins. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Drake, and down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Kenyon Drake on that.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Five yards remain on 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Switch.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
That's another Cardinals 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check safety, check safety.
On first and goal, Drake. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. They'll try again with Drake. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And then moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Second down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons.
And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And now the Dolphins have it. And now look at him go. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Cardinals 30, Dolphins 12.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 30 yards. Tua going to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
On the jump ball.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So maybe even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
51 to Mike. Switch up.
A final shot before half from Murray. This one caught by Isabella. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll have a first down past the 40. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
At the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Drake. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it.
Escaping.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
And the catch made by Hopkins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
4th and 1.
They'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. He may try and run for this. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
8-yard line.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Deuce, 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 deuce.
Murray now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, watch the leg. Mike 51.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jakeem Grant. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6.
Good.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
46-yard line.
handoff. Devontae Freeman. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Murray now. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Cardinal 1st down. Murray to Hopkins.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and then it's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
A pickup on the play.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run with Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Play fake. Murray.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. To throw is Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Complete to
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a draw play with Drake. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a blitz coming? And down he goes.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game. So the Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 10-yard line.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
2-yard line.
Second and 2. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
Murray on the keeper.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Good. Makes the score Cardinals 47.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And that'll bring up second down.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And now here is another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And they take a knee.
Murray on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cardinals, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.